Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza. Like a dragon. That's the way I intend to play Yakuza. I'm Serious JG and I just realized I should have gotten a different save slot going. I did a little bit of off-screening. I had my... I'm off the antibiotic that actually deals with the frickin' scalp itch issues I'm getting from Vectibix, but I am in the process of finding out if I can get back on it. Because, like, I'm going nuts. My scalp is itching like crazy these days, which is why it really bothers me every time Namba says, so itchy between battles. It's like, I don't need to be reminded, Namba. But, last night, because I'm not on that antibiotic, I had my once every 2 weeks night where I was able to have alcoholic beverages. And rather than record and, you know, be silly and, than usual, and go around dropping the names of people in real life and forget it, you know, and having to edit it out and all the other things that happen when you consume too much alcohol, I decided to just do a little off-screening for this game, and I kind of accidentally advanced things a tiny bit, but in doing so, I actually opened up some stuff that was worth doing. So what we're going to do is load... Let's see... 5, 6... How many slots have I got here? I just kept saving over and over on the same slot. So I'm going to load from the last time we played just to showcase a tiny little bit of story that you guys missed. And then I'm going to load, having taken advantage of something that little tiny bit of story that you guys missed made available to us. And when I say I grinded, I'm talking like... maybe 3 or 4 hours of grinding, goofing around, and honestly, most of it, time-wise, was probably at the, it's probably like 3 hours, and it was mostly at the movie theater, where you'll recall they opened up a mini-game, which we only did once on screen, where you have to try to stay awake during a movie. So... we're going to charge ahead and do that story scene, and then load, and when we load, we'll be back at the bar, where, because I've gotten to the point where we can do another round of drunk conversations to unlock a higher rank of... The fuck? I'm in the crosswalk, aren't I? Not only do I get hit by a car... oh, I guess I'm not in a crosswalk. I'd be a little bit more careful about that in the real world, you realize. But yeah, not only do we get hit by a car, but we are immediately then attacked by Kung Fu disciples. And seeing as this battle is not going to... well, fuck you. You hit me and now you're honking at me? Yeah, where I need to bear in mind this battle doesn't count, so I should use all the techniques I can to make it as fast as possible. This guy's got freaking... oh, he's Chinese mafioso. He's got like ninja claws. And he doesn't give a fuck about being set on fire.
Alright, let's do it.
I'm not backing down.
You're in it now.
She's not backing down.
Let's go.
I forgot to charge that up. Yeah, this is actually a fairly tough battle. She's kind of terrible in these group battles. She does good damage to a single target, but she has like nothing that allows her to hit multiple targets, which is sort of annoying in these big fights. I need to try to finish somebody off.
I'm not backing down.
She's... check this out, she's not backing down. And I completely messed that up. I started slamming the triangle button, which is not how those work. Can I see who I'm freaking targeting? Okay. Just let you not die. Who the hell? What happened where... How did he take all this damage? He got hit by another fucking car? How the enemies are never getting hit by cars. I am not liking how this is working. I really hope he goes to the right. Now he went to the left. Because if he had gone to the right, he would have gotten two... right of that car, he would have gotten two guys. You could be setting people on fire. I don't want that. It would be really nice if somebody had just gotten a free attack to finish him off. Which is happening more often in my off-screen slot because everybody's higher level and has more, I guess... I don't know if it's level or, you know, teamwork that makes them do that. Because I'm missing attacks that I'm used to having.
Let's go.
Anyway.
I got this.
Why do you have to get a turn?
Hope you're ready.
To be kicked in the face. A little spin dance kick of doom. Chinese mafia. Oh, hopefully I fought them off screen because otherwise I just face an enemy for the first time and then have lost that progress. Here we go.
Hey, somebody help!
Huh?
Oh, I should have healed between battles. Crap.
Just shut up and hand over your wallet.
Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody work together. Gotta love one another.
Hey, don't you punks have anything better to do with your lives?
And pick on this one guy.
Who the fuck are you? Oh, perfect timing. You're with PartTimeHero.com, right?
What?
Part-time hero?
.com?
You lost me.
How to be a part-time hero.
I don't know what your problem is, but if you're trying to be a hero, your ass is going down.
I'm trying to be a part-time hero. .com.
Doing so hot.
Yeah, I really should have healed up between battles, but
Let's go.
You wanna fight?
fight him.
Sit down.
Okay. You're in it now.
I'm not backing down.
What I kept hearing off screen while fighting enemies was, I'm not backing down, and then Ichiban would immediately go, cool!
Gotcha.
And massage your ass. That's like he always appears to be massaging the ass. It never looks like anything else.
Check this out.
Man, the guy's moved out of the way of my ranged attack as soon as I decided to go for a ranged attack. Time for the critical beatdown.
I'm not backing down.
Cool.
Here we go. Try
Yeah, this is definitely maybe I did more fighting off screen than I realized. Like, maybe I had like an entire off screen session of grinding against enemies that I've forgotten about, but job rank up, bitches. Yeah, because like she's job rank 7 when we load, so maybe this is an older file than I thought.
Moving up in the world.
But anyway, he's moving up in the world. And she on the other hand just goes,
Man, you really kicked ass back there. Thanks, PartTimeHero.com.
you and your
Still don't know
friends,
this hero
like
thing
your
you're talking
group
about.
of warriors that are not here in the plot scene.
Part-Time Hero didn't send you?
Da-da-da-da! Never fear. Part-time hero is here.
Man, Ultraman must have had a bigger influence in Japan than I even realized because, I mean, yeah, Power Rangers, I guess, made it to the States, and they were kind of a team version of the old Ultraman concept. But fucking every video game ever has some kind of parody of Ultraman in
So
it.
this year's our bad guy, huh? Just look at
Actually,
him.
who am I talking about? This is clearly Dan Zyvar.
Thug tells. Money-hungry gaze, low-life outfit. What is it with that hair? Looks like he set off a bomb in front of his face.
Yo, part-time hero.
Actually,
Don't talk a
this
bunch of
guy
part-time
right here,
smack.
Say not another word. For the glory of part-time heroes everywhere, I will vanquish this villain post-haste. Now put up your dukes. I'm no stranger to fisticuffs.
Now, it's literally going to take a couple of turns to fight this guy, but for some reason, the person who could explain all this is just not going to explain all this. Alright, part-time hero, why don't you get set on part-time fire? Part-time hero doesn't appear to give a crap, although he did get the burn status effect eventually. Yeah, she just doesn't have any of her cool shit. She has like her powder puff attack I'm used to. I think I might have just saved over a slot I shouldn't have, but at any rate, this is the plot scene that we were missing, and after we've seen this plot scene play out, we'll be loading, so it's fine. I'm a little surprised at how much I don't have at my disposal here.
I'm up. Come on.
Should have just hit him while he was down, but
Let's go.
I'm not backing down.
I think it would have done more damage than actually using this special is doing.
Don't get caught.
Here we go. Try this on your side.
Get serious. Okay.
It really doesn't do that much, does it?
Watch this. Have fun
You're
with
gonna be in
this.
a whirl.
Check this out.
Double stop. Bat Buster. Yeah, beating that guy down with a baseball bat does seem more effective than the various spells we used. Yes, that's right, bitches. I'm even better. Whatever my job is. She learned beautician's finesse. She's what, a clerk or not, a barmaid, right? Yeah, she's a barmaid. I don't go to a lot of bars, and depending on the type of bar you're going to, the wait staff is dressed differently, but she's not dressed that hot for a bartender. Usually they kind of want to get some tips by, you know, being a little
Rescued you?
saucy.
What are you trying to say?
Spit it out, man. Talk louder so JG's commentary about barmaids and how they should dress sluttier doesn't overshadow you. Yeah, I guess there's only one bar I've even been to in the last couple of years, and it's for work functions. I guess that bar just happens to have...
It's a big misunderstanding.
I need to get this out, so I'll stop talking about it. Yeah, it's not like a Coyote Ugly type of deal. It's just like the one or two guys who work there are all tatted up, and the two or three girls who work there are usually wearing fairly tight shirts and fairly short skirts. It's just like, yeah, anyway. Moving on. I'm Dead
Sorry about that. I can't do much in the way of an apology, but I'd be happy to treat you to some tea or what have you.
Perhaps Danzai Burst?
Anything. I went through 2 fights just now.
Perhaps I could refrain
You
from
know
having
what?
my satellite
You're
destroy
right.
you with its lasers.
I beg your pardon. Maybe I should introduce myself.
I'm the old
I'm
hero.
the president of Part-Time Hero Incorporated. Please call me Hero. Fun fact,
Who really is
I
Danzai
named
Bar.
this company both after myself and the concept of a hero. So clever, I know.
That is a fun fact.
I'll ask again. What is this part-time hero thing?
Don't ask, and we won't have to do the side quest.
PartTimeHero.com offers a revolutionary service that puts you in touch with a hero, all from the comfort of your smartphone.
Puts you in touch with a hero?
A
That's
hero
what
comes
we
and
call
touches you
when register.
inappropriately.
You'll be taking on quests that people in need post. Upon accepting, it's your job to dash onto the scene and save the day. The concept is, well, it's an odd job service anyway.
Womp, womp,
And
womp.
it doesn't take much to start. You could choose to find pets or people if you'd rather stay out of trouble. I promise, it's rewarding.
How would finding people, like, you know, if you become a detective investigating disappearances, how is that keeping you out of trouble? Hasn't this guy seen, like, 8mm?
Work.
Huh. I gotta ask, though. Why make this service if there are already others like it? What sets you guys apart?
Why do you guys go around rescuing
really
people
sets
from the
us
snuff film industry?
It's our mission to clean up the town, stopping trouble before it starts.
So it's like
Yeah, I guess
ghost
8mm
hunting.
wasn't actually about finding a
In a
missing
way,
person, was
yes.
it?
What you did just now, fighting off those thugs, that was actually a quest posted by a client.
You interrupted,
as you know,
and you
has
will be
notoriously
destroyed.
high-
So wait a minute. That guy must have put in his call. Like, that guy must have known he was going to be jumped by thugs at that location, because it appeared to be very early in the whole thug interaction that we appeared. Like, they cornered a guy and were threatening him for his money. I don't feel like there was, like, several minutes of lead up to this where they were like, we're going to be threatening, we're following you, and we're going to be threatening for your money very soon, because they were doing it in a public place in front of people. Japan, I don't know that Japan is known for a high violent street crime rate. For one thing, it's so fucking crowded. There's like no place where you could go and have like a witness-free assault on somebody in the middle of the night. As far as I mean, my limited experience with being there, but yeah, it does seem like this guy just instantly. Even though we beat the guys up before he could arrive, he still showed up like preternaturally quickly to the scene, unless he just happened to be there when that call came in. Like, it does not seem like it makes sense for people to. I'm picking at the realism of the part-time hero concept when it's being presented by a guy wearing a business suit and an Ultraman helmet.
crime rate. That's why I started this thing up. And what do you know? It works.
Ooh, it's a great way to beat
Sense.
girls.
Now I know why that guy thought I was all part-time heroed out.
Well, that's
What
another
with
thing.
my hair and all.
The fact that there are still good, honest people like you out there, it reassures me.
I'm going to close part-time
I'd
hero
say you're one
down.
of the few real heroes
He
left
has
in
a
the world.
weird-looking face.
Yeah, all I did was punch a guy with
Even
stuff
without
that
the
pissed me
mask,
off.
his mouth was kind
Anyway,
of bothering me.
See ya.
Please don't talk to me. Please don't interrupt.
Wait, please, just a
Damn,
minute.
he interrupted
What
me.
now?
Well, if it's not too much to ask, would you be willing to work for me?
Would you change
as
your
a
name to
part-time
Hero
hero?
Huey?
So you want me as your muscle? That it?
Essentially. We've been getting rave reviews, so we always have an influx of new quests.
Please rate us
But
5
since
stars,
true
like and
heroes are in
comment
short
on our
supply,
hero
it
rescue.
means we're short-staffed. The biggest struggle is finding
And now for the
someone
romantic
capable of
music.
actually winning a fight. Since these heroes
I've
are
fallen in
rare,
love with you,
a lot of
Kasuga.
our clients are still in desperate need of help.
Please be the one of the 2 girls that
City
Dan
is full of
Zyvar has a weird
crime.
relationship
People just
with
don't
to
know
my
what's
Dan
waiting for them
Zyvar.
out there. Believe
Preferably the
me,
older sister,
I
who he
wanna
actually
help
seems
as
to have
much
sex
as I
with,
can.
and not the younger
But
sister who
I'm
just.
only one man.
And that's where
That's
I
right, the
come
younger
in,
sister was
huh?
obsessed with Dan Zyvar.
You've
I'm
got
now
more than
really
it takes. Above
thinking
all,
much harder about Evil
look
Zone
out
than
for the little
Yakuza.
guy, and let no evil go unpunished. We need
You
people
could
like
be
you.
the ultimate hero.
At
Dan
my
Zyvar
company,
needs you to
on the
become
streets. You'll receive compensation.
the
of course.
right before
It's a
ultimate
job
hero,
that feels satisfying and
the
pays
penultimate
well.
hero,
So what do you say? Will you
Kasuga.
keep this city safe for all of us?
But mostly me, Dan Zyvar. Doesn't sound like such a bad gig. Plus, I get paid. Might as well give it a try.
All right, sign me up. Not sure how much help I can be, but why the hell not?
That's what I like to hear.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay then, let's rescue this city together.
Looking forward to it. Oh, and I'm Ichiban Kasuga.
Kasuga-san.
Sounds really itchy.
Then allow me
Guess you
fill
need to
in with
scratch.
the details.
Oh. Part-time hero quest. Complete a part-time hero quest will net you rewards such as money and items. Quests will automatically be received depending on the status of your state of your progress. These can be checked under part-time hero quests in the pause menu. Support quests include delivery quests, in which you'll be tasked with delivering specific items, while rescue quests include takedown quests, in which you'll need to defeat specific enemies throughout the city. Upon completing these tasks, report back to... Man, what kind of sex act is going on in that little icon to the bottom right? Or the bottom left? I'm being stupid. Upon Upon completing these tasks, report back to the reps at locations such as convenience stores to mark the quest as completed. However, urgent takedown and delivery quests do not need to be reported to the reps. Simply talk to the person you helped to mark the quest as completed. And when you get invoices, too. The invoice doesn't... Oh, you do get money. I was looking at, like, you're getting points, not money. Each quest you complete earns you member points. Collecting these points improves Kasuga's member rank, granting him access to special weapons. Sorry. And more rewarding quests. Take on tougher quests to earn more member points at once. Challenge quests include various missions based on everyday tasks, and when they are completed, your personality will improve in accordance with each entry. Rewards for challenge quests completed before meeting hero will automatically be added. And that's one reason I want to do this, because it's the silly personality things like charisma and intelligence whose effects in the game are kind of difficult to always see. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of points on all of those because of different things. This is basically just like completionist rewards, and I don't object. One of them is like talk to 50 people in the city, or talk to people 50 times, and they just mean when you go up to somebody on the street and press X and get that non-voice acted dialogue. And I think it counts you talking to the same people over and over again, because like that's one it showed that I'd already completed the basic level of that. Like Neo does that as well. Like, achieve such and such proficiency with a Whoppet, and you get points which you can spend on passive increases to your character. And other games would just have that, and they would be PlayStation trophies or Xbox achievements or whatever. And this game is giving you little something for each one. You're just getting a boost to your personality score, which doesn't always make sense, but at least it gives you a reason to do some of this crap.
And that's about it. Now get out
That's
there
the gist
and
of it.
save the day,
Now
hero.
go talk to Marla.
Right on.
I mean, I'll talk to Marla for you. That's
like
the
where
gist
this
of
is
it.
going.
Never mind.
Could always use some extra cash. And it's nice being called a hero.
What the hell is going on? Oh, there's a cat and a bird in the background. I was trying to figure out what that was. Like, what is that moving back there? I really need to get my new glasses. There's a handful of phrases from Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 that always stick in my head, and one of them, there's of course the Temple at Jose, obviously. Look at its passion, and he's become indecisive and tolerant. Just check out all these points coming in. We're a gardener. Yeah. Defender of Yokohama. All this cool shit's happening. Part-time hero, we have stars in our eyes. So, like, yeah, chatty. Talk to city folks 30 times. And at this point, now there's another one where I can talk to people 150 times. I've only taken a taxi once, and I believe that was for story. Walkathon. We're really close to walking a total of 21 kilometers and getting points for that. So yeah, that'll give us points for whatever the red fire icon is. Passion, I guess. Yeah, passion. We are dull, but we're close to having more points for that. Cankerer. Cankersaur. Conquistador. Yeah, as it turns out, we've pretty much done everything that you could possibly do in the can collector quest. Because one of the things they've got is, under the challenges, is minigames. So, like, everything related to cans is done. And the last thing here, Cerberus Cup Champion, that's the first thing in the racing side game, which we haven't unlocked yet. And that's actually what brought me to off-screen going back to the film, the movie theater, because I noticed, there's like film goer, make it through 3 films without falling asleep. Ram Rookie, defeat a certain number of those weird goat monsters who appear and try to make you sleep. So that I actually did that because I was like, here's something I can do off screen, because nobody's going to want to watch me play that minigame 800 times. So you do miss a little bit of fun because the films are kind of amusing in the tiny little bits of film you get to see. So but I don't think I'm going to go back and do all of the films on screen. I think it's enough that you guys can go check them out if you want. But yeah, you get tiny little bits of you don't see what's happening on the screen, you just hear some of the dialogue, and it's usually kind of funny. The only one that we did on screen was Robo Chef, and it's like, oh, it's like RoboCop, only he's a chef. That's kind of amusing. So they are similar things. Like there's one that's like, oh, it sounds like it's kind of like Jaws, and he reacts to it in funny ways, and it's funny. It's good stuff. Hey man, I'm the Leo Mang Mang, man. You some kind of pussy, man. You the Mang Mang, man. You got big cojones, man. You a stupid little girl, man. That's my icon. Like as we speak, that's my YouTube icon. I think it's probably really difficult to tell, but that was like the only GIF I could find online of Rico, the guy from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, who says "you the main Mang Mang" and then says "you a little pussy girl, man." He's the main man. But anyway, we have advanced everybody's skill level and power. Everybody's at level 17. And everybody's job level is better too. Oh, she's barmaid. And she's like a level 8 barmaid. Everybody else is at level 9. The points to advance each level, it gets more and more. So I don't know. I can check this online. I don't know at what job level you stop getting new skills and just get, like, job rank up will just give you passive upgrades. So like Nanba sticking with the homeless guy job, once other jobs become available to him, homeless guy is a mage class, so I think he'll get better magic. Right now, Psycho's magic isn't that bad. Although barmaid is an offense, like a melee class with some self boosts. I think her other classes are more magic related. She has a pop idol class, which is like a white mage. She has a dominatrix class, which is, I think, elemental melee. I don't think it's actually a magic class. And then there's something called matron, which I don't really. I guess we'll figure it out once we see it. There's a whole lot more classes. There's a whole lot more different jobs for the guys than there are for the girls. But there's only 2 female characters in the game, so playable characters. And I did finally find out why can't I switch jobs. It should be easy. No, I can't switch jobs yet. We haven't gotten to the point in the plot where we are allowed to manually switch jobs. So that is why I have not been able to switch jobs. It's okay. We'll get through it together. Alright, so next time we're going to get drunk with our friends some more. At least Psycho and Adachi. Psycho? Her name is Psycho. I think her name is Psycho. I keep forgetting. Yeah. And I got Adachi right for a change. I thought that's his last name. I should probably be on a first name basis with him. He's a good friend to all of us. Anyway, when we come back next time, we'll talk to Air Force, DMV cop, and barmaid. It's interesting, of our friends, like, we're this ragtag group of misfits. We're the ex-Yakuza who's like saintly and heroic. But even as a Yakuza, he didn't seem to do anything bad ever. Adachi is like retired cop who, you can say a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about police, and there are certainly some bad folks who get into policing for the wrong reasons, like, because it's a job where you can push people around. That's like, what did the bully you used to know in high school, what is he doing now? Oh, he couldn't make it into the army, so he's a cop. Like, you hear that stereotype, but Adachi seems to be into policing for all the right reasons, and he like actually cares about justice and whatnot. Psychos? Saichan? Whatever the hell they're calling her. Her big issue is she came from a family of fuck-ups. And, like her dad just wasn't that competent, so she was making more money than her dad to support the family. And that wounded his little ego. And her sister's a fuck-up who gets involved with fuck-ups. And her biggest flaw, even though we're this ragtag group of misfits, is that apparently she was a little bossy with them and trying to help them straighten their shit out because they're fucking terrible, and she's actually got her shit together. So all in all, we have a group of great heroes, except that this guy here went to school to become a nurse, which takes quite a bit of education and training, and once he was there, he started dealing drugs. So maybe he's the odd one out. It's like we got these really. He's also the most moralistic and preachy of all the characters, and he's the only one who has earned that right in no way. Anyway, when we come back next time, guys, we'll have more drinky quests. And even though I'm always looking for breaks to off screen and goof around in this game, I did find out switching jobs will become available to us later in the act we're in, Act 5. So I also read somewhere that's a third of the way through the game, so I'm already having separation anxiety just knowing that we're a third of the way through this game because I'm really enjoying it. But we'll be playing more of Act 5. Now we've got all this part-time hero stuff. Like, there's all sorts of different things we could do next time. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do next time.